So why choose an online yoga teacher training program? And I think the question really should be, why not? Especially today. And one of the things people say to me all the time is I really prefer a live training. And what I say is, don't think of the online training to be instead of. Think of it as along with. Now it can be instead of, especially if you have travel restrictions. You can't really leave your family and your business, or you don't have the money for travel. It can be a little bit more of an affordable option. But it definitely could be, and it should be, along with, because live trainings are very valuable, and you should continue your education with live trainings. In fact, last year in Costa Rica, half the people that came in attendance were all graduates of the online course. So I've had people do my level 2 training multiple times, 10, 15 times. They come to Costa Rica, they come to Fort Lauderdale, but a lot of times the information just doesn't stick. And that's one of the big reasons why the online teach train program is so valuable, because now you have all this information, all the modules on your computer for lifetime access. So now you can go back and look and see. Now I'm a visual learner. I love to watch the videos. That's how I love to learn on platforms like YouTube. But now you can access it anytime you want. But now you can come back to the course anytime you want because you have a lifetime access. Another objection people have is that they think that online takes away from the intention of yoga, and I disagree, because you can use the internet for the positive. Because what's happened, because especially now the internet and Wi-Fi has got so fast, it's really bringing the world together. I'm accessing and learning so much more because all this information is available to us instantly. And what does yoga mean? Yoga means connection, it means union. So the internet, Wi-Fi, is connecting us to the world. I'm reaching people on this platform, like YouTube, for example, across the world where I might not have necessarily been able to reach them 15, 20, 30 years ago. Before we continue on, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, smash the like button. You want to learn all about hot yoga, because that's what I'm an expert at. Tutorials, flows, factoids. Hit the subscribe button and the like button right now. When you're choosing a yoga teacher training program, and I've done some videos about this in the past, you want to find a teacher training program, a yoga style that you do, a yoga style that you're passionate about. The reason why you've been practicing yoga and want to pursue being a teacher in the first place, or if you are a teacher, continue your education. So I happen to be an expert in hot yoga from the foundation of Bikram and his teacher Vishnu Ghosh. This particular lineage is what I'm connected to. So now I want to share with you what's available in the Barkan Method online teacher training programs. Now, there are a few options in the Barkan Method online course. If you're looking to become a teacher, you can choose the 200-hour option and become certified to teach yoga in the 200-hour platform or choice. You are a teacher and you want to earn your 300-hour, which will then make you a 500-hour teacher. That option is available as well. Let me explain how that works. You're looking to become a yoga teacher, you get your 200-hour certificate. There's no such thing as a 500-hour certificate. The next level up is the 300-hour certificate. If you earn the 300-hour certificate along with the 200-hour certificate you earned as to become a teacher, now you become 500-hour teacher. You also have to log in 100 hours of yoga teaching. You can do that through the Yoga Alliance. So let's talk about the 200-hour option first. You're going to learn everything that you need to know. You're going to learn the tutorials. The postures are really the main thing. You're going to learn the postures from beginning modifications all the way through to advanced amplifications. Even though you might not have an advanced practice, you're going to learn how to guide students to get to the next level. So a major part of the Teach Train program course is the tutorial and knowing the information inside and out. You're now prepared to go into a yoga class and lead them through the flow. You're also going to learn the sequence. If you're looking for a Barkan Method certification, there's a whole sequence drill that I created so you can learn it. If you're looking to do the 26 in 2 option, you probably already know that sequence, but want to make sure you get it. Because also you're going to learn the Sanskrit, what every single posture means. You're not going to just memorize the Sanskrit term for each pose. I'm going to teach you every single word and what it means. For example, Dhanurasana means bow pose. Dan to donate, Year the arrow, to donate the arrow. Janu Shirshasana. Janu is knee, Shirsha is head, standing head to knee pose. So for an example. And a big part of the training is one-on-one coaching. What you're going to do is you're going to make videos for me. Hopefully you'll have maybe friends and family members that you can teach in your home. If not, you can just put down a couple empty mats. Imagine you have a classroom, teach those poses, send me the video. You'll have different assignments each week. You make a video, send it to me, and I give you feedback on your communication skills.
Do not have to lock out the knee. All that means is the quad is engaged and the kneecap is lifted. Does not mean we are pushing our knee.
And we learn many skills voice projection, timing, what I call variety of tone. You're going to teach the triangle pose differently. They're going to teach Shavasana. They're going to teach the standing pose a little different than you are the floor poses. There's also what I call a conversation voice and an explanation voice. And so we have what I call variety of tone. We understand how we can now use these communication skills. We can use these skills to become better communicator. And that's how you're going to get your students' ear. Many teachers, what they do is they just ramble off the bullet points, what Bikram calls the dialogue, in a repeated pattern of speech, what I call an autotone. We want to break that pattern of speech, and I'll help you to do that in our coaching sessions. And the next is history, and history is one of my passions. When I started doing my teacher training programs, my condensed trainings, because I was teaching people back in the 80s. When I started my Barkan method teacher training programs in 2003, I made a responsibility to become a Jnana yogi, to study the history of yoga. And I break it down in PowerPoints from the beginning of time all the way through to present day time in a PowerPoint presentation so you understand the history. One of my favorite sayings is, you really don't know where you are and where you're going to until you know where you came from. And I'm going to show you and I'm going to teach you all about the history of yoga, which is going to make you a more credible yoga teacher. And you're also required to know the anatomy of the body. So there's a Barkan senior teacher who's an anatomist, and he does over 600 hours of anatomy, but he uses yogic postures for examples. A lot of times yoga teacher will tell you how to throw a football or a baseball. He's going to show you how to do what's happening with your standing leg when it's straight and how to support it. What happens with the sacrum, not to overarch to the back so you can protect the sacrum. He's going to teach you all of that in our anatomy sessions. Now, one advantage that I have in doing online trainings is I can give you even more information because I just have that flexibility with the online format. So I do a whole meditation. We do 8 meditation sessions. Here's a quick little history on the lineage of hot yoga. My teacher was Bikram Chaudhary. His guru was Vishnu Ghosh. Vishnu Ghosh's older brother and guru was Paramahansa Yogananda, considered to be one of the most popular, influential spiritual yogis that came to the United States from India in 1920. And he is also my guru. I became initiated in what he calls Kriya Yoga, which is what he says the rocket ship to God, on these particular meditation techniques that I will teach you in the online course. And at the end of each meditation session, I do a guided meditation. Remember, we just don't do the technique and get up and leave. We want to find the experience. So that's something I don't do in my live trainings, but definitely an option for the online trainings. Another reason why we want to do it along with. Now, the online course, the 200-hour course and the 300-hour course is an 8-week course, but you have up to 12 weeks to finish it. But you can start anytime. People say, well, when does it start? Whenever you want. You can start tomorrow. If you want, fill out the application I put down in the description below. And when you pass the test, you will then receive your 200-hour Barkan Method certificate. I will snail mail you that certificate. And now you have the tools to lead your first yoga class. Now, if you're already a yoga teacher and you're looking to earn your 300-hour yoga teaching certificate, I commend you because continuing education is key. I learned more from Bikram after I was certified than during my intense certification program. My teacher training program was 2 years, being with Bikram 3-4 classes a day, which was insane. But we crammed it in. Same thing with my level 1 trainings. It's a condensed period of time, so you're cramming in all this information. With the online option, you have time to relax, you can look at it more. But now we get to the 300-hour option. Not only are you going to have access to all the tutorials, to the sequence drill, to the history, to the anatomy, now we can work more one-on-one on your coaching skills. Because now I'm going to take you to the next level. Now we go to the advanced communication skills. Because once again, when you're first learning how to teach yoga, you got so much going on. You got the sequence to understand. You've got timing to understand. You have a new person. What are you going to do with that new person? There's so much to remember, and you're just trying to get the words out. So it's really hard to get into the nuances of your communication. But now you've been teaching for a while. Now we can really work on the more advanced concepts, what I said before about the variety of tone, bringing in what I call the conversation voice. Because if you're just speaking in the same pattern of speech for a 75 or 90-minute class, which many teachers tend to do, the students are going to tune you out. It becomes almost hypnotic, like elevator music, especially if they know the sequence. Especially if, let's say, you're in the Bikram world and you know what posture's next. You're almost not even listening to what they're saying. They're sort of guiding you with their words. But when you can now bring in the nuances of your communication skills and really teach the students, and I'm going to teach you how you can change the words so they can pick it up, so they can hear it, because they may think you're talking just to them. When you find what I call the conversation voice. Once again, I don't want you to think the online training is instead of, it can be, but it's along with, because now you have all this information for lifetime access. We still have about 5 or 6 spots left for Costa Rica if you're interested in coming this year from May 11th to May 18th. Actually, there are only 6 spots left. I also put the application down in the description below. We'd love to have you join us in the cloud forest paradise of Costa Rica. It's really an extraordinary adventure. And like I said before, I'm a visual learner. I love watching videos. I can consume as much more information that way. If I had Bikram on video the way I'm on this online course, it would be gold to me. Now you have all this information, the tutorials, the history, coaching skills, and you have access to it for a lifetime. So I invite you to join the Barkan Method family. Fill out the application in the description below. We can book a Zoom call and I can give you a personal preview of what the course looks like. So that's our episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. You want to learn all about hot yoga, flows, tutorials, factoids. Hit the subscribe button and like button right now. And I'll see you the next video. Bye guys.